Aha, this isn't your usual motivational vibe. Nah, this is raw, unfiltered chaos waiting to stare into your soul. Yeah, you will need a lot of inner strength to even handle this. So pause and ask yourself, are you ready? Or are you gonna chicken out? Wow, let me warn you. This isn't light content. It hits hard. It shakes your mind. It burns every lie. You've told yourself about being strong. And yeah, you might feel shaken, rattled, maybe even angry. But that's the point. That's where growth begins, right where comfort ends. Before we dive in, let me give you some respect. You're here, scrolling, stopping, choosing to face the truth instead of hiding. That takes courage, serious courage. So I see you. I respect you. And this journey? This isn't just my words. It's your reflection in the chaos, the test of your strength, the moment that separates the real ones from the rest. Now listen, keep your focus locked. Because if you skip, if you scroll away, you'll miss the fire, the truth, the raw stuff that'll ignite something inside, something you didn't even know was there. And yeah, leave your mark, drop a comment, tell me what shook you, what hit you the hardest, because your voice matters, your experience counts, and we're building this energy together. So, here's the deal. Don't watch this if you're not ready. Seriously. Don't wait until your mind is sharp, your heart is steady, because once you start, there's no going back, only forward, only growth, only strength beyond what you've ever imagined. And if you survive this, if you stay till the end, oh wow, you'll see yourself differently forever. So buckle up, brace yourself, and let's dive into the chaos. The truth, the fire, because this is your moment. And yes, this tribute, it's for you. The one who dares, the one who fights, the one who refuses to stay small. The world doesn't wait. It doesn't bow. And it certainly doesn't care if you're ready. Look at yourself. Really look. Not at the polite smile you offer strangers, not at the mask you shove over your own eyes to sleep at night. Oh, wow, I mean really stare. See the hesitation curling in your chest like a small bitter snake. Feel the doubt that whispers every morning before your feet even touch the floor. Yeah, it's there, waiting, watching, laughing quietly at your fear of being seen. And you flinch. Nah, don't lie to yourself, admit it. You flinch because the mirror doesn't lie. Every reflection is a challenge. Every glance a reminder. You've endured comfort far too long. You've hidden behind routines, behind excuses, behind tiny compromises that seem harmless until they start devouring your resolve. It is slow, insidious, and it is cruel. But the mirror demands honesty. It says, stop pretending, stop being small, and suddenly, your blood runs hotter. Not with anger at the world, but with anger at yourself. Because every time you avoid that raw truth, every time you convince yourself, just for today, you are safe, you feel it. That sting, that gnawing sense that you are not enough. And yes, it terrifies you. The world outside. It isn't patient. It doesn't pause for trembling hearts or cautious souls. It doesn't wait while you gather courage. It attacks. It distracts. It mocks. Every voice screaming for attention is a test. Every obstacle designed to remind you that the price of hesitation is your own undoing. And yet, here you are, trembling but standing, fighting against the urge to retreat, to disappear into the safety of illusion. Oh, the irony, isn't it? The one thing you crave, comfort, is exactly what would chain you. But deep down, you know there is a spark, one spark, hidden, waiting, and the moment it ignites, it is unstoppable. Not because the world bends for you, but because you have chosen to bend nothing, not even yourself. You have felt the weight of weakness, the emptiness of fear, the suffocating quiet of indecision, and you've survived it, you've endured it, and you are not finished. Every hesitation, every doubt, every whispered lie you tell yourself, it has led to this moment, where the reflection stares back and asks, quietly, insistently, do you have the courage to face the truth? The hardest part is not looking away, it's staying. Oh yeah, there it is again. That weight pressing down on your chest, the silent, suffocating reminder that everything you've ignored, avoided, and disguised is now screaming for attention. Every fear, every hesitation, every excuse you once hid behind, oh, it all converges here. And it hurts. It hurts more than you imagined. Nah, don't soften it. Feel it. Let it crush the layers of denial you've wrapped around yourself. Let it remind you that strength is not born in comfort, it is forged in the unbearable. Watching yourself is no gentle exercise. It is a confrontation with the rawest version of you, the part you fear most. That part that whispers you are not enough, you will fail. And every time you acknowledge that whisper, it multiplies, twisting into a tempest of doubt. But here's the paradox. In that tempest lies your opportunity, because the storm does not exist to break you. It exists to awaken you. Every moment of trembling, every flicker of resistance, it is a test. And the test is not of your body, but of your resolve. The world outside, oh, don't be fooled. It will not pause for you to catch your breath. It will throw chaos in waves, distractions in torrents, illusions in masks so vivid you almost believe them. It is clever, persistent, and relentless. But the real trial is inside, isn't it? The battle that matters is the one fought in silence, in shadows, in the chambers of your own mind, where honesty is a weapon and self-deception is death. Every second you waver, every thought of retreat, it strengthens the chains that have held you captive for too long. And yet, wow, here you are, standing, shaking, perhaps, but standing. The weight does not break you, it sharpens you. It calls forth something ancient, primal, stubbornly defiant. You feel it, do you? That ember, that faint glow buried under layers of hesitation. And as it grows, you realize the burden was never punishment. It was preparation for courage, for clarity, for the fierce, unshakable strength that only emerges when you endure what others would flee. So do you still flinch? Or do you step closer, letting the weight shape you, mold you, awaken the fire you always feared? Every heartbeat, every shiver, every moment of quiet confrontation is training you for what comes next, the fury that cannot be ignored. Fury is not chaos. Fury is clarity, sharpened by suffering. Oh, feel it pulse in your veins. the anger you've been too polite to acknowledge, the fire that simmers beneath every act of hesitation, every whispered doubt. It is not destruction. It is awareness. It is the brutal lens that exposes weakness, highlights cowardice, and demands accountability from no one but you. Yeah, it's loud, it's raw, it is merciless, and you have tried to ignore it for too long. But now the ember is raging, and there is no more hiding. The fury inside is not meant to lash outward indiscriminately. Nah, it is not a weapon for the world, but a mirror for the self. Each surge, each heartbeat screaming with intensity, is a call to recognize your own limits, your own lies, your own moments of surrender. Oh, wow. When you truly see it, you realize it's terrifying, because the fire asks questions you are not ready to answer. And yet, it doesn't stop. It waits for honesty. It waits for courage. It waits for action. You may think the world around you is the enemy. People, circumstances, obstacles. No, they are distractions, tests, mirrors of your own indecision. The real battle, the one that matters, is internal. Every hesitation, every compromise you've tolerated, every moment you let fear dictate the terms. It has been feeding this fury, nurturing it, sharpening it into a force that cannot be ignored. And now, finally, it is awake. Fury without control is chaos. But fury harnessed? Oh, it is a weapon. Unlike any other, it cuts through lies, it slices through doubt, it dismantles weakness. It is your judgment, your discipline, your relentless push against the inertia that has held you hostage for far too long, and you will wield it. Not to harm others, but to reclaim yourself, to reclaim every lost second, every wasted effort, every compromise that dimmed your spirit, every challenge you have endured, every pain you have absorbed, every moment you resisted the easy path. It leads to this moment. The fury is no longer merely emotion. It is strategy. It is insight. It is a declaration. You will no longer cower. You will no longer wait. You will no longer tolerate the quiet submission of your own potential. And in this fire, you become untouchable. To transcend is to walk alone, where no eyes can guide you, no hands can hold you. Oh, the solitude is deafening. The path stretches before you, empty, unyielding, and every step echoes like a warning. It is not meant for the faint of heart. Yeah, you feel the pull to turn back, to slip into the comfort of ordinary, to let someone else's expectations mask your own fear. But nah, you know the truth. The world does not reward hesitation. It does not nurture indecision. It waits only for those who dare to step into the void and own it. Every step along this path demands honesty. Merciless, unflinching honesty. You cannot lie to yourself. You cannot bargain with fear. Every moment of evasion, every whisper of weakness threatens to drag you into mediocrity. Oh, wow. And it is tempting, isn't it? To retreat, to let someone else carry the burden, to hide behind distractions, to convince yourself that survival is enough. But survival is not transcendence. Transcendence is the solitary mastery of your own mind, your own resolve, your own spirit. The weight of the unseen path presses against you with every heartbeat. Every decision becomes a test. Every obstacle is a reflection of your inner chaos. And yet, there is clarity in the struggle. There is power in the discipline. There is freedom in refusing to surrender to the comfort of the world's illusions. Oh, it strikes like lightning when you realize that the loneliness you feared is the very crucible that will forge your strength, that the very resistance that shakes your bones is the same force that will sculpt your spirit into something unshakable. No eyes, no hands, no applause, just the rhythm of your own breath, the pulse of determination, the whisper of untapped courage. And every step forward, no matter how exhausting, no matter how uncertain, is a declaration: I will not yield, I will not compromise, I will not allow fear, distraction, or doubt to dictate the limits of my being. Yeah, it is terrifying. Nah, it is necessary. And the path, it teaches you to endure, to sharpen, to become more than you were yesterday. Oh, but here is the cruel truth. Reaching this point does not mean the end. The abyss awaits. The final confrontation with the force you've been running from your entire life. And it will not wait for you to be ready. It will not soften its edges. It will stare into your soul and demand the final proof. The abyss is patient, it waits, but it fears the unwavering gaze. Oh, the moment has arrived. The silence before confrontation, the pause that stretches eternity, the sharp inhale before the plunge, and here it is. The abyss, cold, unyielding, staring, mocking. It wants to see you crumble, wants to see you beg for mercy. Yeah, it is relentless, precise, unforgiving. And yet, there is no one else here. No one will step in. No one will hold your hand. You are alone. Finally, alone. And that is everything. Do you feel the weight? Oh, every step you took, every fear you endured, every fire you harnessed has led to this very edge. And now, the abyss asks a question older than any doubt, sharper than any blade. Will you bend or will you rise? It reflects every flaw, every hesitation, every compromise you once tolerated. And for the first time, it whispers a truth. Weakness is not external, it is within. Nah, don't flinch, don't run. Don't let the shadows of past failures dictate the limits of what you can be. The world demanded everything of you, and offered nothing. The chaos, the distraction, the endless tests, they were never meant to stop. And now, you stare into it and realize the final test was never outside. It was the crucible within you. And oh wow, here is the revelation. The abyss fears nothing more than the one who has endured, who has sharpened themselves against it, who has stared into the storm and not blinked. That is the crown. That is the power. That is the freedom you have fought for with every tremble, every heartbeat, every ounce of courage you've summoned. Fury, endurance, clarity, solitude. They were not punishments. They were your forge. Every fear you conquered, every hesitation you resisted, every truth you dared to see, it all converges now. The abyss does not change. You do. You become the force it cannot sway, the fire it cannot extinguish, the presence it cannot ignore. You are untouchable, but more than that, you are undeniable. Oh yes, undeniable. And now, standing at the edge, you realize the journey was never about survival. Survival is cheap. Survival is hollow. The journey was about awakening, mastering, and claiming the life that belongs to no one else but you. The crown is invisible. The power is silent. The victory is uncelebrated. Yet it is absolute. because when the abyss stares and you stare back, unshaken, unbroken, unwavering, you are free. Whoa, wow, you made it. You stayed, you watched, you felt every ounce of the chaos, the fire, the truth that few dare to face. And yeah, that takes courage, real courage. And I see you. I respect you, seriously. This is your victory, your moment, your awakening. And nah, don't underestimate it. Now listen, take a breath. Let it sink in. Because what you just experienced isn't just content. It's a mirror, a challenge, a call to rise stronger, sharper, unstoppable. And oh wow, the next step, that's on you. Apply it, live it, and let the world feel the weight of someone who refuses to bow. And hey, don't disappear just yet. Leave a comment. Tell me how hard it hit you. What shook you? What lit that spark inside? Because your voice matters. Your struggle matters. Your strength matters. And we're building this energy together. One reflection, one fire, one relentless heartbeat at a time. Remember, this isn't the end. It's the beginning. The path forward is lonely, it's intense, it's relentless, but you survived the first step. And now you know what it feels like to stare into the abyss and smile, because you are untouchable, unstoppable, undeniable. Yeah. So take this, carry it, own it. And always remember this tribute, it's yours. For daring to watch, for daring to endure, for daring to rise above the weakness you once tolerated. And now, go. Stand tall. Keep your focus. Let your strength echo louder than the chaos around you, because you are legendary. Yo, the whole damn crowd, laughing, whispering, plotting? Yeah. Nah. They teamed up, side eyes burning, knives hiding behind fake smiles. Oh wow. They thought they had you cornered, small, fragile, finished. But here's the plot twist. Boom. The little old you they mocked was the storm they couldn't cage, the chaos they couldn't crush. And oh, the town, the mighty, noisy, hateful town, it failed, miserably, painfully, laughably. A crowd can roar like thunder, but thunder doesn't break steel. That's the truth. They never wanted you to know. They thought numbers meant power. They thought whispers could become storms. They thought if the entire town pointed its trembling little fingers at you, if they laughed, if they mocked, if they pushed and shoved and sneered long enough, you'd fold, you'd break, you'd crawl. But you didn't. And oh, the shock on their faces when you didn't collapse under their weight. The way their smirks twitched, the way their voices cracked, it was almost poetic. They had gathered like vultures circling a single flame, certain it would die in the wind. Instead, that flame licked higher, hotter, until even the vultures felt the scorch. See, that's the thing about crowds. They rely on weakness. They rely on fear. They rely on the illusion that when they are many and you are one, the outcome has already been written. But no, it wasn't, and it never will be. Because they forgot the one law that shatters their entire illusion. Numbers mean nothing when the one they're against refuses to bend. Oh, they tried, didn't they? Every trick in their tired little playbook, lies dressed up as truth, smiles sharpened into daggers. Shadows behind curtains whispering your name like poison. And when the whispers didn't work, they came with noise. Loud, messy, desperate noise, hoping to drown your willpower in their chaos. But wow, look at them now. Exhausted, confused. They work together, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, dripping with that sick confidence that surely one against many could never win. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still burning with something they can't touch. It stings, doesn't it? To lose against someone they all dismissed as too small. That's the part that breaks them the most. Not that you resisted, not that you endured, but that you won. And make no mistake, you did win. Not with their kind of victory, the cheap, temporary kind. No, yours was sharper, cleaner, permanent. Because what they failed to realize is this: when a whole town rises against you and still can't destroy you, you stop being just a person. You become something else, a living reminder of their failure, a scar across their pride. Nah, they'll never admit it out loud. They'll shuffle back into their routines, pretend nothing happened, whisper excuses to each other late at night about how maybe the timing wasn't right or the plan wasn't perfect. But deep down, they know the truth. You broke them. You broke the illusion of their power. You exposed the weakness of their numbers. You force them to face a nightmare they can't unsee. That one unshakable soul is stronger than 1,000 hollow voices. And that nightmare will haunt them. Because every time they see you, they'll remember how their entire weight wasn't enough. Every time they plot again, they'll hesitate. Every time they gather their courage, a shadow of you will cut through it, reminding them that they already failed once and could fail again. Oh, the town may still smile in your direction. They may still try to play the game, but behind those smiles lies a wound that won't heal. You carved it into them simply by surviving, by refusing to kneel. And here's the delicious irony. They thought this was about you, but it was never just about you. It was about the lie they lived in. A lie that said strength belongs to the many, and the one must always fall. You shattered that lie in front of their eyes, and lies once shattered cut deeper than truth. So now the question is simple. If the whole town couldn't break you when they stood together, what happens when you rise even higher? Strength is not proven by standing tall when it's easy. Strength is proven by standing taller when they try to cut you down. And that's what they don't want to admit. You didn't just endure them, you grew through them. You sharpened in their storm. Every insult became a stone you carried and stacked into a wall. Every betrayal turned into fuel. Every dirty trick they threw at you hardened your edges until you weren't just unbroken, you were unbreakable. And oh, how that terrifies them now. Because here's the twisted little truth. Their failure wasn't supposed to make you stronger. It was supposed to end you. It was supposed to crush your will, bury your fire, silence your name. Instead, you used their weapons as stepping stones. Instead, you climbed. Oh, the irony. The more they pushed, the more you pulled from reserves you didn't even know you had. The more they tried to weaken you, the more disciplined you became. The more they circled you like predators, the more your focus locked like steel. What they thought would be the end turned out to be your beginning. And wow, isn't that something? They spent all that energy, wasted all that time, only to hand you the very strength that now makes them shiver. They turned you into the nightmare they didn't want to create, and now they're trapped with it. Here's what they fear most. You're not done. You're not stopping. This isn't the peak. This is the start of the climb. They're looking at you right now and realizing that the little one they once mocked is no longer little at all, that the one they once thought was fragile has become the standard they cannot reach. And yeah, they'll try again. Of course they will. They'll regroup, they'll whisper new lies, they'll sketch out new traps in the dark corners of their minds, but it won't matter, because you've already seen their best shot, and it wasn't enough. Nah, nothing stings like that. Nothing stings like knowing your best effort wasn't just blocked, it was used against you, reshaped into a weapon that made your enemy stronger. That's the kind of defeat that gnaws at a person, that wakes them in the middle of the night with sweat on their forehead, whispering, what if they rise higher tomorrow? And here's the answer. You will. Because strength is addictive. Once you've tasted the power of resilience, you don't let it go. Once you've felt the fire of discipline, you don't let it dim. Once you've stood alone against the weight of a town and realized you could still breathe, still fight, still win, you'll never go back to who you were before. Oh, they'll hate that. They'll hate the fact that no matter what they do now, the damage is already done. You're awake. You're aware. You're prepared. And the more they gather, the more they fail, the more unstoppable you become. That's why they're scared to their bones. Because they're not watching someone who merely survived. They're watching someone who evolved. And there's no going back. So here's the real terror that haunts them now. If you've already grown stronger from their failure, what happens when you start winning on purpose? Survival makes you dangerous, but striking back, that makes you unforgettable. See, they never thought you'd dare. They built the story in their heads that you'd always be on defense, cornered, reactive, trapped. They thought you'd spend your life flinching at their shadows, waiting for the next blow, hoping only to survive the next wave. But oh, how wrong they were. You survived long enough to realize something they never wanted you to see. Defense sharpens offense. Endurance shapes precision. And when you've taken everything they could throw, you don't just know their weapons, you own them. You've studied their patterns, you've seen their weaknesses, you've learned their rhythm, and now you can break it. And wow, that's the nightmare, isn't it? To know that the one they once hunted now hunts them. To realize that the figure they mocked for being small is now the figure that stalks their confidence. You're no longer running. You're no longer retreating. You're advancing. And here's the part they cannot stomach. You don't need to swing wildly. You don't need chaos. You move with clarity. Every step is deliberate. Every word carries weight. Every action strikes deeper than 1,000 of their empty noises. Because your strength isn't loud, it's lethal in silence. Yeah, they'll notice. They'll feel it in the way the air shifts when you enter a room, in the way their chatter dulls when your presence cuts through it, in the way their schemes suddenly seem too fragile, too thin, too desperate. You've flipped the script, and now they're the ones bracing for impact. And nah, it's not about revenge. It's not about sinking to their level, clawing for petty payback. No. This is about principle, about making it clear that you are not just unbreakable, you are untouchable, that anyone who tries to gather against you will not only fail, but feed the very fire they tried to extinguish. That's how you strike back. Not with rage, but with proof. Proof that their efforts were meaningless. Proof that their numbers were empty. Proof that their unity was hollow. You strike back by standing taller than ever before, by turning your scars into banners, by moving forward with such relentless strength that their whispers choke in their throats. And oh, how the silence after your victory will crush them harder than any shout ever could. That silence will echo louder than their united noise ever did, because silence in the face of their chaos is power they'll never understand. So let them watch. Let them tremble behind fake smiles. Let them pretend they still have control. Deep inside, they know it's slipping through their fingers like sand. And the more they fight to hold on, the faster it falls. Because here's the raw truth. Striking back doesn't mean you fight them on their terms. It means you rise so high their reach becomes laughable. It means your progress is their punishment. Your growth is their defeat. Your very existence becomes the strike they cannot block. And that's why the terror is only just beginning. Because when survival gave you strength, you became a problem. But now that you've chosen to rise higher, to turn their failure into your fuel, you've become something else entirely. You've become the storm they cannot outrun. A storm does not ask permission to arrive. A storm does not wait for approval. It comes, it breaks, it leaves everything changed. And that's what you've become. Their once comfortable little world. The routines, the whispers, the predictable games, all of it is trembling now, because you're no longer the hunted. You're the force that bends the ground beneath their feet. And when a force like that moves, there is no shelter, no escape. Oh, how they scramble now. You can see it in their eyes, that nervous flicker when your name passes through their conversations. That quiet hesitation before they step into rooms where you stand. That sinking weight in their chests when they realize they can't undo what's been done. They feel it, and it's eating them alive. Because storms don't just break walls. They reveal what those walls were hiding. And wow, hasn't that been the real horror for them? The masks they wore, the illusions they built, the lies they clung to, all torn away by your rise. Now they stand exposed, brittle, fragile, and they hate you for it. Because you didn't just resist them, you revealed them. Yeah, that's the part they can't forgive. Not that you endured, not that you grew, but that you left them naked in their weakness. Forced to confront the truth that their power was always an act. They weren't lions. They were sheep in masks. And once a storm rips the mask away, it can never be put back on with the same conviction. Nah, they'll never admit it. Pride won't let them. They'll pretend the storm hasn't shaken them, that their smiles are real, that their confidence still stands. But you've seen the cracks. You've seen the trembling hands, the nervous laughter, the way they glance away too quickly. You've seen the fear they can't hide. And that fear is permanent. Because storms don't just pass. They linger in memory. The sound of the wind, the weight of the rain, the violence of the lightning, it stays. Even after the clouds clear, the memory whispers, it could come again. It could come stronger. That's what you are to them now. A memory that won't fade. Every step you take reminds them of the storm. Every word you speak echoes like thunder in their minds. Every success you achieve rattles them like lightning striking too close. You're not just present, you're haunting them. And oh, isn't that the sweetest justice? To know that you don't even need to fight them anymore. Your very existence is enough. You walk and they shake. You rise and they crumble. You breathe and they remember everything they failed to do. Because here's the truth. Once a town realizes there's no shelter, it doesn't matter how many people are in it. Numbers can't stop the rain. Crowds can't block the wind. Unity means nothing when the storm is stronger than the walls they built together. And you are stronger. This is the moment they dread most. Not the strike itself, not the chaos of the storm, but the realization that nothing they can do will ever be enough again, that every attempt will collapse before it begins, that every scheme will break under the same truth. You cannot cage what refuses to kneel. So let them whisper, let them plot, let them hold hands in their fragile little circle. It won't change a thing. Because when the storm owns the sky, the town has only one choice: to bow or to break. The story never ends with the fall of the crowd. The story begins with what rises from their ruins. And that's where you stand now. Not just as the survivor, not just as the storm, but as the figure who walks through the wreckage of their failed unity. The town has broken. The masks have slipped. The whispers have dried up. Their circle has cracked wide open. And now every set of eyes looks at you differently. Oh, they won't say it. They can't. Pride holds their tongues hostage. But deep inside, they know the fight is over. Not because they gave up willingly, but because they couldn't hold together under the weight of your resilience. You didn't just defeat them. You dismantled the idea that they could ever defeat you. And wow, doesn't that sting? Imagine the pain of 1,000 hands pulling the rope in the same direction, only to realize the rope never moved you an inch. Imagine the bitterness of every weapon sharpened, every plan crafted, every hour wasted, all collapsing into dust before your eyes. That's the taste in their mouths now, failure, pure and undeniable. But here's the twist. When they broke, you were born anew, stronger, sharper, a force no longer defined by the attacks you survived, but by the strength you now command. This is where the real story begins, not with their plotting, not with their schemes, but with your rise beyond their reach. Yeah, you feel it. That weight in your chest, it's not pressure anymore. It's power. That silence in your ears, it's not emptiness, it's clarity. Every scar they gave you has turned into armor. Every blow they struck has become a lesson. Every trap they built has turned into a map of their weakness. And you don't waste time chasing them anymore. Why would you? Their collapse already proved everything. The town as a unit no longer matters. What matters now is what you become in the aftermath. The one who is feared not because of what was done to them, but because of what they chose to do after the dust settled. That's the real story. You, the one who stood alone. The one who endured the weight of the many. The one who turned their own failure into a weapon so sharp it cut through every illusion they had left. That's what will be remembered long after the noise of the crowd has faded. And oh, here's the part they'll never escape. You didn't just survive their attack. You thrived because of it. Their collapse wasn't your ending. It was your ignition. Their brokenness became the ground on which you now stand taller than ever before. So let them scatter. Let them fade back into the shadows of their own defeat. They are no longer your concern, because once the crowd breaks, you no longer fight people. You fight limits. You no longer battle hands and voices. You battle the horizon itself, and the horizon is yours to claim. Because this is the evolution they never wanted to see. This is the chapter they feared would be written. This is where the lone figure who endured the storm begins to build something greater than the town ever dreamed. And when you rise in that way, not as a victim, not even as a fighter, but as the unshakable proof of resilience, then the whole world has no choice but to watch. So tell me, what did they win, huh? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Just ashes in their mouths and silence in their throats. Oh wow. Yeah, the whole damn town tried, schemed, shouted, but nah, they couldn't bury what refuses to break. And you? You walked out laughing, sharper, louder, untouchable. Remember this? Oh so loud world. It takes everyone to try to break you, and it still won't be enough.